We would like to welcome everyone to our 2017-2018 signing day. We've had a great year, obviously, and to our students and our parents. Before I even get started, let's give a round of applause to our parents. But this is what we want. I just want to win championships. We also want you to sign your athletic scholarships and also do your academic scholarships also. So these young men and young ladies have done an absolute great job. And I'd like to commend them for being great young men and great young ladies.
Continue to make Harding proud and continue to reach back and give back so the other students can lead, see your example and continue to lead.
Now we're going to turn the program over to our ladies soccer coach, Ms. Sweeney.
A family's something you'll remember forever, and that's what we do here at Harding. And I think that's what makes us special, makes us different from everybody else. Everyone said we couldn't do what we did this year, winning a championship, and we did it.
Oh yeah!
And it was along these leaders right here, and many ones that are in here that are growing up as well. Hopefully we can double this every year. For every year we've been here, we've doubled the signees. And I love the number 7, and I think it means completion, so it's kind of great to complete our season with 7 signees. I know there are 5 up here. We'll have 2, and I want to talk about them in just a minute. But 7 is very special. We believe on the 7th day that it is completed, and it's a beautiful thing. And today, like he said, today is what? February 7th, Kavaris Crouch Day. All right, so
yeah.
The board actually named it after him. He actually had his surgery yesterday. He was trying to attend today. I don't know if he was able to attend, and I think that's pretty special. Now, moving on to this, these guys are a very, very special group, and I want to go down individually and talk about each one. Boss Parsons came here last year, and to be honest with you, it's very, very rare for to have a one-time guy come in for a senior year to get a scholarship to a Division I program. It's extremely rare. It shows a lot about what he's able to dedicate himself in the classroom this year, get the grades and the SAT score to get into Campbell University.
Yeah!
Boss Parsons was also named the Defensive Player of the Year in the SOMET Conference over everybody. I mean, he is the Player of the Year. So when we lost him going into the playoffs, we had 2 games to play. And the coaching staff and I, we were looking like, I don't know if we're going to be able to get it done because those are some big shoes to fill. He is an amazing player. He flies around with his hair on fire, and destroys people. But I tell you what, he's a great human being. A lot of times it ain't easy for him. He's moved around a lot. He's done a lot of hardship situations. And for to come out of that and to go to school to an education at Campbell, which is huge. I mean, it's a very high academic school. That's big time. So kudos to you, brother. Marquis, my golden child right here. He is considered one of our captains on our team as well. Marquis came from Butler High School his sophomore year. Is that right? He played last year, this year, and tell you what, he's not very big, right? He's 6'2", he's about 126 pounds. So we would always talk about it, because this kid can play. I mean, he can straight up just play. He can play the game, he's a genius on the field, he runs our defense, he makes the calls. Our safeties make the calls a lot of times on what we do. So you got to be a very brilliant guy. One of his greatest attributes, though, out of all that, is his character. I'll tell you what, it's amazing. He lights up the room when he comes in. Like when you're around this guy, he is a social media phenomenon pretty much too. And it's just special to be around. It's great when you see his smile, you know it's going to be a good day. And that says a whole lot. Maybe some of his peers might think differently, but I think so. His ability, we used to tell him he had to put some quarters or pennies in his pockets when he goes and weighs in on his recruiting business because I was so worried about his weight. we got to fool him and tell him you're 185 and we'll go. But he is going to go to North Carolina Central. SAT is going to go down now. So,
All about those actors.
we expect Central to get back on top. And it was special because his journey was not easy. It came down to the last day yesterday where they were battling out. Some schools were fighting for him. And his family came together and they made the decision to go to North Carolina Central. And I'm just proud of that kid a whole lot. All right. So I never said I would do this. Many people don't know, but and see, he loves me enough to even bring me a hat. I appreciate that. You know? So my dad went to Clemson. Okay. All right. Yeah, tough times. All right. So I was always concerned. I was like, man, I don't know if South Carolina's for you. This is Jovon Gwynn right here we're talking about. He came from Berry High School, and I'll tell you what, his family made a great decision. I'm glad that they moved in and came to Harding because I think it was the greatest decision they did. And for him, he's one of the greatest players I've ever seen play the game, any position. His work ethic, his ability, his strength. I mean, God like literally made him like Samson himself. And I've never had a kid ever stronger than me. I'm gonna brag about myself a little bit. I've never had a kid stronger than me in the weight room ever. This guy starts lifting weights, and I'm like, Lord, I'm thinking about juice, and I'm doing all types of things. And but he is just God-given, unbelievable. There's a great chance you see him not even playing on Saturdays, but he'll get his degree. He's gonna go to South Carolina. And he is so special. This kid you can even see on Sunday, so you didn't make sure you remember that kid. And his ability, what was your GPA, Jovon? 3.2. And you talking about a family that works hard for that kid right there. I'll tell you what, we give it up for his family as well. But I'll tell you what, Muschamp, the South Carolina crew, they overwhelm me with the direction that they're going in. And even Coach DeLeo, training him for many, many years now. You got your hat on, looks good, man. He dedicated himself. So I am going to be a Gamecock as long as he's playing there. I will pull for them over Clemson, even though my dad went there. I just told my dad, I said, you got to suck it up. And this kid right here is going to be extremely special. Love you, and I'm proud of you for everything you got. Say what? Hey, I don't want to talk about it. It depresses me a little bit. But you're talking about this kid. Jovon Gwynn can probably bench about 440 pounds. Woo! That's all said and done. Yep. And it's all, he can do 4 or 5 a few reps. We haven't tested that, but it makes me nervous. I don't want to test him in that, so I always try to get him after he's worked out for like an hour and a half. Hey, let's go do a little deal real quick. All right, next one up. I might get a little teary-eyed here now. All right? I'm going to put this on even though it's hot in here. Hold on. We don't wear hats because it's a little cold at West Point, so we're going to wear toboggans. All right? This kid right here is unbelievable special. A lot of people know the story. I don't want to go into it as much, but this Brahim Murphy is not just a football player of mine, he's my own son. I consider him a family of mine. I love him. Now, we fight just like father and son situations too, so it's not always the greatest. But tell you what, you're talking about a man that loves Jesus. Tell you what, I'll talk about football, him going to West Point, the #1 public school education in the world. He's going there, but the best thing about him is he loves Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior.
All right.
Just to highlight one thing, this past Sunday, my little girl wasn't feeling too good, and I wasn't going to be able to go to church because I'm watching over her. He calls Pastor Justin, who's the youth pastor, to make sure he doesn't miss Sunday youth service, and because he's becoming a leader in that program. And Pastor Justin comes and picks him up. He goes to both services, and that's the type of kid he is. He's got passion bleeding through his heart, and that's what I saw in him a long time ago, and he'll be in my family the rest of my life. Now, West Point, we went up there a few weeks ago, and I'll tell you what, if anybody going up, and you want to go to a school, I know all these are great schools they're going to. West Point is by far the best looking school program I've ever seen in my entire life. You're talking about the buildings are made out of stone that are the size of this banner right here. And you're talking about the way that they do things. I know he's going to be very successful, not just in school, but in life. And that says a lot about what they're doing there. And I just can't wait for one day where he comes back and he's going to ask me, hey, you want to work for me? And I'm like, yeah, I'll definitely work for you. So come here and give me a hug, man. I love you. Going to West Point. All right, now football. Let me give you a little bit of football. Now this kid is extremely fast and quick. Probably the quickest team on the team. Probably runs about a 3.9 shuttle run. All right? He's quick. Now, the thing that they're going into, you know, I don't know if everybody saw that 95-yard run that he made to win us that state championship.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Well, he called that shot. That's how great he is. His mind is beyond what you can ever imagine. He called that play. He said, Griner, I'm going to run towers right, this 28-0, and I'm going to keep it. And I looked at his eyes, I said, you do it, brother. And he did it. He knew it. That's how great he is. He's mentally stronger, but his heart bleeds through. So that's how great he is. West Point is getting not just a great person, but an unbelievable football player. And he'll play defense, offense, it doesn't matter. He'll take care of it and sacrifice. And he never played quarterback. Everybody thinks that I just, glorious quarterback, you're going to make him live it. No, this sucker never played quarterback a day in his life. And he just did that, and he sacrificed for the team and led us to glory in this championship for Harding in the first time in 64 years. So that's amazing. Oh, boy. Now this one right here, I try to claim him a son, but I tell you what, it's hard. And this guy is always looking clean, isn't he? This is really looking clean. All right. Yeah. Malik Dunlap. You're talking about climbing out. Yeah. All right. Malik Dunlap. Let me explain where this kid came from. Check it out. I remember when I first got here, he was struggling to be eligible. All right, struggling to be eligible. The first year I got here, sophomore, going into a sophomore year. And I mean, he was teary-eyed. I never knew the kid. I saw that he was a great kid. I was going to work hard for him to see what we can do. And he was able to climb out of that gutter, and now he's going to be attending NC State. Big time. You're talking about amazing. He was injured 75% of the year last year as a junior. Broke his ankle in FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes tournament we were going to. And I could just see his whole life just like really hurting. But you're talking about always staying in the training room an extra hour every day. Shaq, where you at? All right. Come on, give it up to Shaq one time. This man right here, I'm telling you what, we wouldn't have a championship if it wasn't for him. You're talking about the dedication and the hours that he puts in. Stand up and take this hour real quick, man. Stand up and take one. Now, I'll tell you what, he worked extremely hard getting Malik ready and prepared. He finished out his junior year. You know how hard it is to have 2 games, 3 games on film, and you're trying to sell a kid to a school. And you're trying to say, this kid's going to be special, I promise you. And I tell you what, Coach Dorn at NC State, me and him, gained a great bondship through this. And he took a chance on Malik before the summer happened. He said, I'm going to give that kid a scholarship, and I'm going to take a chance on him. And that shows great vision to see what he did. This kid grows 2 inches. I mean, look at, he's towering over everybody. All right? Good looking smile too. Yeah. All right? And we talked about it in the summer. He said, do you think I should commit there? And I said, I think you should commit to NC State. They took a chance on you when no one else wanted to, and he's going to grow and be magnificent. Unbelievable. You talking about persevering over that injury. I mean, that takes dedication. And this year, you're one of the best players all state All-State, Jovon was too. All-State, all right? Every single one of these kids on here, by the way, I didn't mention that they're all conference football players, every one of them, all right? They're All-State, Elite Unnamed, all right? That's a very tough task to do. Didn't even play defense that much until the last few games. And I'll tell you what, especially, I'm proud of you, and I love you, and I know you're going to dedicate yourself special. Give me a hug, brother. Come here. He's still, and you know how these last two on the end, even Brahim too, you know how like once you get a scholarship, okay, you kind of like, all right, I've made it, and you hang up. These guys still, Tuesdays and Thursdays, still to this day, go train, drive about, what, 45 minutes, guys? Is that what it is? To go train to still work on their craft. That's how dedicated they are. These schools, yes. These schools that are getting these student athletes are not just getting football players. You're getting someone that loves the game, that's going to be passionate, and it's going to grow. That's the special. They're winning. All right, last but not least, the man. Tell you what, this by far is one of my favorite players I've ever coached. I got some. I think we got some other coaches that help me with this. Coach Bird and Coach Sanders. Y'all give a shout out to these guys too. They help all the coaches. Yeah. All right. So MJ, I'm gonna tell you the story. It gets a little nasty, but I'm gonna just tell you what type of kid this is. This is the next Ronnie Lott. Does anybody know who Ronnie Lott is? Ronnie Lott.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Ronnie Lott. All right. So MJ comes to Harding. He's playing against, first game we're going against Hull, and it was a very bad game. We were getting blown out 2 years ago by about 30-something, and it's in the fourth quarter. And he gets his finger caught. He gets his finger caught into a helmet, and the blood is just dripping through the glove, just dripping. And he looks at his hand, and it's not like it's just a bloody, but it's like really gruesome. And I look at him, and he's like, oh my gosh. He goes straight to Shaq. All right, and he just says, tape it up, and he doesn't miss a snap. All right, and you're talking about, we're getting beat by 30-something. It's in the fourth quarter. The game's pretty much over. He can basically just say, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to get back, get ready for next week. This kid dedicates he's the only kid in the school, I think, that drives. And he does so much dedication to his team. You're talking about putting effort every day and loving his family. That's what that is. MJ, I love you more than you can imagine for everything that you do. All right? Now, this is the other part. So you think, okay, we're losing. You're supposed to show that. We go against his former school, Barry. Okay? We're up 30-something. Okay? Going into the fourth quarter, he makes a tackle. His finger comes out and it looks like Afghanistan, okay? You're talking about, it's all crooked and jacked up. Show him that finger real quick, MJ. Yeah, that thing's still Alright? This kid right here, we're up, easily can shut it down. He snaps his finger back, snaps his finger back, takes it up, never misses a snap. And that's what you're getting in all these guys, alright? But MJ plays this game with a passion and a love for it that you guys should model yourself after him. He does things you can even imagine. I couldn't imagine that, snapping your finger back, keep going. I mean, it's not like we're up 7 and we got to stay in. I mean, the game's over with. We won. But he loves that, and that's what all these guys are. All right? We were built on a foundation. We were built on a foundation upon a rock, and that's what you guys get. You grow. And a lot of the community, not here, but in Charlotte, what do we all say? That I said before the season that they buried us. What they failed to realize is we are seeds. Watch us grow.
Yeah.
All right. And at the end of the season, and then right now, these guys are going to dedicate their lives, go to school. Just like that. And they're gonna be more than just football scholar athletes. These guys are going to dedicate themselves in the community. And they're going to grow, like, because they were built upon a rock foundation. And I just want to let you know, when you sign, in just a second, I'm so proud of you. I love you, and I appreciate everything you do. Two guys, stand up for me real quick. Trayvon Corbett, Mark Delgado. Stand up real quick. You guys give these guys a hand. The other two, these guys have earned scholarships. They have had football scholarship money to attend college. We are weighing out the decisions with their families and to figure out what they want to do, and they're just not ready to make a decision today. But today is the day that we're honoring them as well. Okay? And they will play, and they've earned that right, and they will play college football, and they will attend college, and they will play, and they'll dedicate their lives. I'm proud of you too. All right? So one last thing, let's get off. We'll give these guys a big hand while we sign up. You guys ready? Get your pens ready. Marcellus, Liberty University. Hey, that's a great point. Liberty University is known as the first Christian school, and they claim themselves the first Christian school, and that's where Marcellus Harris is going as well. Hey bro, here you go. I need to send somewhere.
So where's the one on the end? I don't know.
Guys, and everybody that's in attendance today, we cannot do this. We have a lot of people that dedicated themselves to this family. Chip, are you in the back? Everybody give it, everybody knows Chip. So many people dedicated themselves. We could not have done what we did as a family and a team this year without the support of our administration and all the ones that were a part helping us out. I really appreciate everything. Thank you.
No, move back! Give it up to Sheriff. Thank you. And it's for the message. Thanks for that. Y'all did a good job this year too.
It's all about the youth.
First, I want to say thank God for getting me here. I thank my parents, my family, and Coach Brown, and my teammates. For winning it all, my senior year, winning the state championship. To continue to keep working, even all season. Keep your faith in God, and then He'll get you there.
Down the half. Come on. Mr. Clean.
Oh my God, is that weeks ago?
Chill back there.
cold. Preparing for that cold.
Oh my God, is that what KD?
I'm gonna go ahead and never talk about that, but first I want to thank God because without Him we could do none of this. And once I dedicated my life to Jesus Christ, everything changed, and I seen a different view of everything. And I want to thank all my teammates. They wouldn't know the hard work we put in. We put a lot of hard work in from last January to now, and it all paid off. And I want to thank Coach Garner. He did a lot for me. I want to thank the staff. I want to thank everybody who contributed and supported us through the whole way and believed in us. And our goal this year was to make him stand up, and we had a lot of trials and tribulations, and at the end, we made him stand up, and that was our goal.
Better than me already. Big Red!
I want to thank God. I want to thank my mom and dad over there. They done a lot for me, driving me back and forth to practice when they didn't have to, buying me the equipment I needed and everything. Then I want to give thanks to my O-line. And D-line.
Marquis. Come on, yeah, come on, Chris.
Alright, so I'm gonna make this nice and simple. I want to thank God for everything and everything He's put me through. I know He puts you through stuff for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I don't regret the injury that happened to me because I know something's better going to come out of it. And as I said, I'm going to come back stronger. I thank my family for everything, and I thank them for being there for me through thick and thin. And I really appreciate them. Without them, I don't know where I would be right now. And I also thank Coach Finney for believing in me since day one I met her. She means a lot to me. And we used to play together on Saturdays and all of that. And I really appreciate you, and if I go far, I know I'm coming back for you.
Guys, I'll give a shout out to God. Without Him, I wouldn't be here. I know this. None of this would be possible. I also give a shout out to my counselor, Ms. Cloud, who's helped me through a whole lot. 9 times out of 10, if I'm not in class, I'm with Ms. Cloud. I don't think the rest of the counselors. I don't think my parents. You know, they struggle and sacrifice for me a long way. I don't think my boys, my teammates. Yeah, some of y'all, especially the DBs. You know, like we said, they wasn't our fans who was in Atlanta, but you know, they love us now. But Shannon, I want to give you special thanks. You know, turned me into the DB I am today. All the summertime training camps, footwork, back when I was slow. But yeah, Griner, you know, I want to thank you for taking me in, putting me in that starting state. You know, you ain't have to put that. You know, Bailey, you too. My DBs. Sellers and League, and that's it, man. I'm done.
I wouldn't know it'd be possible without driving. I wasn't going to play football this year. It wasn't my intention to play football this year, but God works out a lot of things.
Oh, you don't never know. Yeah, God works out a lot of things in many ways, but grinding definitely helped me out in a lot of ways. I wasn't supposed to be here, like I said. I was glad to be here this morning.
Thank you. One last time, give a hand for all these guys.
I hear so many Christians murmuring about their imperfections and their failures and their addictions and their shortcomings. And I see so little war. Murmur, murmur, murmur. Why am I this way? Make war!
Bang with me, but bang with me. No more playing games, man, cause this thing can get risky. So man, if you in Christ, take up your cross quickly. Feelings on the front line, time to come with it. Ay, do the right thing, wake up and let's get it. I ain't even in the ring, they throwing balls like Riddick. Persistently attacking me, they even in the back of me. It's either fight or lose my life, and I can't take this passively. So what you think I'm about to do? I'm about to do what I can do. Trust the one who got me through and fight like it was after school. Never giving up, steady standing on the battlefield. Feet firm to the ground like I stepped on Chapel Hill. Flesh feeling frisky, sin persuasion tempts me. Satan cheers me